Hello and welcome to this introductory conversation with one of the co-authors of our new book called Heart Warrior. Heart Warrior is a beautiful, soulful, passionate book of multiple authors from around the world who are all sharing their stories in why they are seen as heart warriors, why their heart helps them to actually push through barriers in life, visible and invisible barriers that actually could potentially stop them, but they go, no way, I'm actually so passionate, I'm going to use it as a superpower. And one of the co-authors of this beautiful book is Kelly Markey. So I'd love to introduce her right now to you. Welcome, Kelly.
Hi, Annie. Thank you. I'm so delighted to be on this platform and to be part of this book, Heart Warrior.
We are so thrilled to have you as part of our book and definitely on this conversation today. Just tell everybody, why are you a heart warrior, Kelly?
Well, I'm passionate about many things, and I've had lived experience with so many things in life. I was born premature. I guess I came out fighting. So that gave me the zeal I need, and in any circumstance I find myself finding that true north, no matter how difficult the situation is. If I had to start my journey from South Africa, living in a developing country, in a place where apartheid reigned, discrimination, violence, I was held at gunpoint, I had other traumatic events as a child growing up when I was at school. And I talk about that in detail in my debut book. But in terms of Heart Warrior, I focus more on my corporate experiences in the developed world and in South Africa as well, and what that looks like and how I had to find a better day, no matter how difficult the situation was. I had to dig deeper and find that heart warrior to soldier on, even if the odds were stacked up against me. I guess being a woman, we all carry so much, we go through so much of burden. Being a heart warrior for me is showing up in a day sometimes when you feel like you don't want to get up, you want to be under a rock, or you show up and the world is on a different platform and there's opportunities, but you don't seem to have the same opportunities as the rest of them in the room. So, there's bias and all of that. So what my book brings to the forefront is that no matter, or my chapter of the book, no matter what we go through, you have to find the zeal within yourself to go on to the next level and to grow from your circumstances. I unravel being in the corporate world, and no matter what you accomplish, no matter what, this is personally, what glass ceiling I have shattered, I found that I still had to scuffle at the table for a seat. And I walked the reader through that and what that could feel like, what that could look like, and what you could do, when you are in that journey.
When did you believe your heart truly kicked in? When did you feel, was there a moment that you actually felt, I do feel like a warrior now, I feel empowered to be able to really make massive change in my life?
Oh, there's been a few profound moments. I've talked in detail about that in my debut book, Don't Just Lie. So, but to cover specifics, not to ruin the plot, I would never do that. I've gone through a long haul of endometriosis, infertility, and IVF, and having to, show up at work while you're on that yo-yo, and going through all of that heartbreaking milestones to get a positive pregnancy when you are, actively with severe endometriosis in itself deserves a medal. I'm sure you're a nurse, how daunting that process could be. And I think where I found that I had to really dig deep was when I was at work and my intuition knew that I was having a miscarriage, and the world around me just didn't care, because it felt like I was shedding and hemorrhaging this baby away, and it was just like another assigned task. And I had to dig deep. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional. I had to dig deep to still sit there and present myself as a professional and continue working. And then I realized no one's going to lift me up, Annie. I have to lift myself up. I have to find that heart warrior, and I have to march on, and I have to go into this meeting, and I have to deliver. I have to come out and deliver the next thing. Yeah, that was, I guess, the most dramatic moment for me in the corporate arena, when I felt the organization or the cohort that I was working with didn't really care to look beneath the surface, that I was human. And that's when I had to discover my heart warrior and lean on myself and build that journey for myself where I could balance the corporate with what was really going on in reality, and the turmoil that you feel within you for all the gaps or unmet needs.
I think your story is definitely powerful and emotional, because I know it's just it tugs at my heart, because that feeling of a woman feeling so vulnerable, so desperate, wanting their dreams to come true, and then having all of this happening, in their self and in their home life, and then being in those sort of corporate situations where you're just trying to be someone else. It's like I can't. People don't see me for who I am. They don't see my pain. They don't see my frustration. You can feel that you are just hiding. You can feel that you're invisible, or you can feel misunderstood. And is it the role of the corporate place? I don't know, but there's certainly ways of just sort of seeing people holistically and bringing out the best of them. Although you had to suffer that trauma, you certainly then did have that activation to go, oh my gosh, after this, I need to own my presence, own myself, be that heart warrior, be able to sort of lean into this woman who I know I was destined to be. And then since that moment, your life has seriously taken a different turn, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Look, that's just one facet, the part of miscarriage. There's so many other facets within the corporate arena, which is what I focused on, in terms of values and policy and legislation and all of that. And most of the time I felt like I had to be the fish swimming against the current. And every day you have to choose to be that warrior. And I'm going to remain professional and swim against the current. It's a tough journey.
Well, swim against the current that is happening, and then maybe even create your own wave in a different sort of offshoot, right?
That's what dawned on me, that I'm not going to waste my energy going against the current, because you come around, corporate arena to address something, but it seems to be contrived into a outcome. So you need to choose where your energy goes.
It is, and it is a choice, isn't it? It feels like it's not a choice at many stages of our lives, but it is a choice. We can stay in the emotion and the feeling and the response that we're having, or we can choose to own it and then choose a different path, to maybe learn how to ride a different wave, or to choose to exit something, or to choose to change jobs, or to meet new people who are going to empower you, to proactively make choices that are going to certainly help you. I'm super excited about everyone being able to read your chapter, Kelly, and I'm so thankful that you have been able to co-author this book along with all of the other amazing co-authors. You're wanting to get this book to your hands, whether it's a physical book or if you're wanting to go online. It's obviously on Amazon through all the bookshops. You're definitely going to find it through womensbizpublishing.com or womensbizshopping.com. So any of your major retailers around the world, get your hands on Heart Warrior. I look forward to getting photos of you with the book and also receiving your reviews. Most importantly, on how it actually changes your life, how you identified with some of the stories in it, such as Kelly Markey's chapter, because, you know, this is why we've actually written it, isn't it, Kelly? This is why we want it to touch people's hearts. We want it to bring out that moment that some other woman around the world goes, oh my gosh, you know, I connect here, and I really realize that I could activate my heart to a new level and really become a warrior of my own.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to the reviews.
Yeah, exactly. We love the reviews because as authors, that's what it's all about. You know, we put our hearts and souls into these books, but ultimately it's about having an impact. We want to have an impact on the world. We want to make sure that people have really sort of gained some value from our words that we put onto the pages. So I know for sure that they are going to get incredible value from your story, Kelly, and I thank you for sharing it, and we definitely look forward to your reviews.
Thank you, Annie. I appreciate being on your platform. Thanks.